Hello everyone and welcome back to the DMO news video. Today we have a new NADMO update which adds a couple of things, including the new X U rank Digimon, or the very first X U rank Digimon, Lilithmon X Awaken. I guess they call her Lilithmon Resistance in the website. Basically an awakened version of Lilithmon X, which, yeah, let's be for real, we all saw that coming when they returned X Digimons. Of course they're gonna be releasing Awakened Digimons for the X Digimons, because of course they do. So she have 5 skills and she's a U rank. So the first skill have a 4 seconds cooldown and a very high damage. She have 2 families, is Virus Darkness with Burst Mode X, so she can get 25% damage increase from Extreme Evolution. And yeah, first skill have a short cooldown and a very high damage. Second skill 52k with 10 seconds cooldown, looks kind of fine. F3 is very weak, so it's probably an AoE skill, and it does have an effect. No, it doesn't have an effect. So just an AoE skill, but the cooldown is very long for some reason, even though the damage is low, so I'm not sure what's the point of this skill, to be completely honest. F4 is a nuke with 38 seconds cooldown, that's very short. And then the fifth skill is also another nuke with not that high of a cooldown, 49 seconds. So overall looking kinda strong. I don't know, I'm not sure about U ranks nowadays, but yeah, looking at her stats, it looks kinda average. And she does have a couple of skill effects. As F2 increases the damage the opponent receives for a short time, and then the F3 inflicts a charm size on opponent, so I think it's a stun. And then the fifth skill is a party-wide heal, heals yourself and your party members. And she comes with a deck buff, but unfortunately is not a solo U rank deck. But yeah, so this deck buff have a 20% attack speed, 30% HP, and 7% attribute damage for 2 U ranks. I don't know how good that is, honestly. I heard that the attribute damage is basically final damage. If that's the case, then that's good. But the thing about final damage is that since we already get other sources of final damage, it becomes less useful, if that makes sense. Like the increase from final damage when we have other sources of final damage becomes less, is what I mean. So I don't know how good that is, but it's a 2 U rank deck buff, so I'm not gonna be honest, I don't think it's that good, and I don't think Extreme Alphamon is that good anyway, so not the best deck buff to have. And also another D unit group need the 2 Ordinimon and Lilithmon X Awaken. And next we have a couple of changes. First of all, Neverland dungeon, the newest dungeon, the Eosmon dungeon, have gotten a change. For some reason Eosmon Mega was unknown, now it's changed to no. I mean, I say for some reason, but I know Eosmon is unknown, but basically all the other in-game dungeons are no. Maybe with the exception of the Armageddon dungeon, I don't know if it's no and unknown, but being unknown is kinda silly given that it's heavily favors Kizuna, which is already, I think, the best Digimon in the game, or one of the best, which is kinda weird. I thought they stopped doing attribute stuff and like made all Digimons no, so they don't break most U ranks, but I guess they decided that they just wanna break other U ranks and people weren't happy about it, so they changed it to no. So the dungeon should be easier. Obviously no means you now have advantage versus it, so that's nice. And finally we have Digimon rebalancing. ZeedMillenniummon skill effect have changed. So the F1 of ZeedMillenniummon Awakened have an effect that makes enemy take more damage. It used to have a chance to be applied, now it applies all the time, so 100% chance to debuff the enemy. And lastly we had a very small D-maestro letter talking about the change to the Neverland dungeon, but also mentioning that some virus Digimons, including those recently updated, will receive a slight balance improvement. Hopefully it is not only U ranks. I think it would make a lot of sense even for, I mean, both U ranks and SSS+, like Crimson Mode Awaken for example, being virus, meaning you don't have an advantage in role based hard mode, or Solomon dungeon. It's not like he's bad in either of those dungeons, but it's kinda sucks that virus Digimons don't have any favorable content right now, and this is mostly relevant for the SSS+. Whenever we get a jumping event, vaccine Digimons are usually the go-to. They are kinda just better than the virus Digimon, even though that stats wise they're not. Like when I say Solomon Awaken instead of Lucimon Awaken, not because Solomon Awaken is stronger, but because vaccine is just generally more useful. So to make up for that and making virus Digimon slightly stronger, to make up for the fact that they don't get attribute advantage, because yeah, we get a lot of attribute advantage. You can see 60%, that is all useless if when I'm using this guy in role based hard mode or Solomon dungeon. Though obviously other stuff like the Holy Beast dungeon, but these are too weak for that to matter. So yeah, I think it could be a good change if they buff the SSS+ as well, not just the U ranks. And honestly I'm not gonna say no to a Crimson Mode Awaken buff, maybe, potentially, but I don't know if that's gonna happen. Maybe you buff his F4, at least that would be nice, but yeah, hopefully we get some meaningful balance changes. Next we have events for if you unlock Lilithmon Awaken during the event period, which is from now until the 3rd of December. You get 2 things. First of all, you get the Ultimate Beauty title, which gives you these stats, and you also get a reward box during the regular maintenance on December Number 3rd, tamers who have awakened Lilithmon X. You get Digimon level Diamond, which is an item that will level your Digimon to 150, and Primal Fruit, which sets the Digimon to the max size, so 140 size. Next is the event for everyone, the attendance event. For the next 3 days, you can get 3 items. The first one is 111 sweet snack. It heals you for 11,111. And then the sweet snack stick box, which is a box that gives you all these items, which are very good. And then the last day is another healing item, which we take that, I guess. And lastly, there are some ultimate as always. We have Lilithmon, same chance, same everything as the other U ranks. And finally, I thought it's relevant to mention, but there is a pack that includes Lilithmon X for 500 crown, and a pack that includes Omegamon Ultra S with other stuff. So if you want Omegamon Ultra S for a D unit, this is probably the best way to get it. And finally, we have Dungeon Master stuff. So the schedule for the preliminary round is from November 11th to November 18th. And yeah, this is basically the schedule. I'm not gonna say every single date, it's on your screen, but this one looks to be a solo rather than a team. There's two, there's a pro group and amateur group. Yeah, so basically there's a solo and party mode. Amateur is for solo and a bro is for group. But for the preliminary round, we'll get a sub quest that will give you, it's revealable, so that's I guess good to know, the summon card to summon the boss, and the dungeon token to enter the dungeon, which I'm not sure which one now. Yeah, I guess it's for you to get the reward. But you go to the D-terminal summon square and you summon the boss, and you defeat it, and the player with the highest damage earns a master token. You can craft the summon card from NPC dungeon mat with 1 mega apparently, but it seems that you can get it, actually no, yeah, there you go. If you're like not happy with your damage, you can craft it for 1 mega, so you can restart. Now I'm not sure what the highest damage means. Actually, while we're at it, let's give it a try. Okay, so I'm ready, and I do have some special steroids. This is from a very old event. We're gonna use it. I entered the wrong dungeon, GG. Okay, take 2, let's try again. As I was saying, I have the baked potato, which is a buff item from a very old event that stacks with the other buff, yeah, as you can see. And yeah, let's just go for it. Oh, there's like requirements. Is this like the one in the easy mode? Are we really doing that? I guess we are. And I guess I will have to use HB buffs, which I didn't think that was necessary. Okay, yeah, it is indeed the one from easy mode, so let's not die with a special steroid. That would be kind of embarrassing. I'm panicking trying to use. Okay, now I think I already lost, because I'm sure there's a lot of players who will just tank it instead of running away. Okay, let's see if I can tank it. Actually, let's try that. Can I tank it with Guardian and the only 6-piece set? Apparently I can. So okay, we are still going. 1.5 mil because I dodged. I think I'm gonna have to dodge, guys. I'm sorry. What is happening, by the way? Why am I missing so much? Like, genuinely, it's level 150. Is this the normal Gurus Gamma? There's no way. I don't miss hits in normal Gurus Gammamon. Oh boy. Okay, there's a lot of damage. I think it's not easy mode. I think it's based on the hard mode, but leveled down slightly to easy mode, if that makes sense. Like, it's a normal mode mechanic, but slightly weaker. Yeah, I don't wanna die, because these special steroids kind of go away when you die, but the buffs in the past used to disappear when you die. I'm definitely not up there, I think. There are way more players who can just face tank everything and deal damage, but I am not. Okay, now I'm looking at it. This guy have a lot of HP. This is more HP than easy mode, so it's probably normal mode, just scaled down the level of easy mode, but it's still normal mode, but like I think deals slightly less damage and it has the same amount of HP. So yeah, I mean 1.5 mil DPS, not terrible, considering that I'm missing a lot of my normal attacks and I have to run away a lot. So I would like to think that I'm not doing terrible. Need to be careful at the 25%. Also, I usually do this normal mode Gamma with cross 7 superior mode deck buff, so I have more HP usually. I have around like 120 HP. Now I have less because I'm using the DPS deck buff. Okay, yeah, this is a dangerous attack, but we survived it, so we're good. We survived the worst attack, so we should be chilling now. Guardian of Hives kinda coming in clutch. Now, if I don't do anything stupid or the boss doesn't do anything stupid, we should be good. We should be killing it without having to run away. So this random attack that he did without animation warning or anything is like the worst part about this dungeon. Like you just saw, I just took damage out of nowhere. But yeah. Okay, did we pass it? Maybe we did. Maybe I got Master's Token. Maybe the check was just defeat Gulu's normal mode is what it is. So maybe I've passed. Maybe that's just how it is. You defeat Gulu's easy mode. And if you're looking for a guide, there it is. Just run away when it does the big circle. At 75 and at 25 it does one big attack that deals a lot of damage. That you have to tank. There's nothing else you can do about it. So just have enough HP. So yeah, that is the preliminary round of the Dungeon Masters. Next is the Amateur Group. A quest will appear if you possess a dungeon token. Maybe it will appear after we do this? No. Actually, never mind, I'm just telling you. The Pro Amateur Group are the 18th of November to the 26th. The preliminary round that we just did is from the 11th up until the 18th, so only this week for the preliminary round. So for the Amateur, you have to choose either Marketplace Normal Mode or Marketplace Easy Mode. Only one can be selected and cleared. Rewards are given according to the chosen difficulty after completing the quest. So we'll do that after the 18th, so look out for that next week. Then the Pro Group, you have to form a party from 1 to 4 players. Players advancing to the Pro Group will be announced later, so I guess wait for the results. Now if you possess a Master's Token, you obtain dungeon entry tickets per day throughout a new daily quest, and you have to complete the final dungeon to finish the quest and receive the rewards. And then you have to submit a clear screenshot of the reward showing the clear time, and the top 6 teams, gonna be 24 players in total based on clear time, will advance to the semi-finals. And the semi-finals, you have to once again submit a form, clear verification screenshot on the Game King website, and the format for that will be announced later. And then the top 2 teams with the fastest clear times advance to the finals, and the teams that didn't make it will still receive rewards, and the ban system applied. So apparently each team must register 4 banned Digimons, 4 U banned Digimon. Now this kinda sucks because what if they ban all the U ranks you have? So this is giga pay to win. I don't really like that. And there's also other 3 Digimons by votes will be banned from using semi-finals. So if you don't have all the U ranks, if you have one singular U rank and they ban it, you are cooked, you are finished. That's, yeah. So this is why I was never a fan of this Dungeon Master stuff. And then for the final, the top 3 teams from the semi-finals will advance, and the average team clear time will be calculated based on individual results, and the team with the fastest average clear will be declared the winner. So let's talk about the rewards. So for the preliminary round, you can use this item to craft some rewards, but they are not implemented yet, so look out for that. And for the Amateur Group, this is the reward depending on whether you picked normal mode or easy mode, and these are the rewards for the rest of the stuff for the Pro League, the semi-finals, the finals, and the runner-up. So a free U rank selector for the champion and the runner-up, which is nice. Looks like they both get the same rewards, which is kind of crazy. But yeah, this is Dungeon Masters, and this is the update. Let me know down in the comments what you think. Let me know if you were able to clear the Gulus Gamma in the D-Thermal Summon Square. And yeah, with that, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like on it and subscribe for more DMO content. I'll see you guys in the next video.